few places better to be on a warm summer afternoon than this place right here. A bright, sunshiny day here at the ballpark. Just a Chamber of Commerce afternoon.
Spring sprints towards summer. A promise well kept.
To win the game!
Summer has swagger. Summer is loud. 'Cause in the summer, we're free. And in the summer, we play. Summer is for the kids. And the kids at heart. Days get longer. Nights get warmer. But who cares about time?
History number 3.
In the summer, we're free. And in the summer, we play.
The tag got him.
In the summer, we celebrate. This game, this season, they belong to us. Along with the wish that this year, maybe summer can last forever.
We're a few blocks west of the Inner Harbor at Oriole Park here in Baltimore. Today, a matchup of AL East rivals between the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. John Means is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Baltimore. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, I think the key for him is going to be locating strikes and forcing soft contact. He doesn't have dominant stuff compared to some other guys, but if he executes, he can still be very effective. We'll see how he does.
Here's Mookie Betts, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch coming, here it is. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call.
First pitch. 1 o'clock.
Now from Fenway Park here in Boston.
Now,
today we've got a contest out of the American League East between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. Major League Baseball on the show is next. Eduardo Rodriguez gets the ball for the Red Sox in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Eduardo Rodriguez has come a long way in a short period of time. Really needs to command the off-speed pitches. A lefty that brings a big arm and a big power fastball. 93 to 96 miles an hour. A good assortment of breaking pitches. The key for Rodriguez, getting ahead with his fastball.
1 ball, no strikes the count.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Baseball from the Big Apple. We're at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Today, a matchup of AL East rivals between the Tampa Bay Rays and the New York Yankees. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Masahiro Tanaka is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Yanks. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Tanaka right now is the best of all of their starting pitchers. Good fastball, 92 to 94. Best pitch is the split finger. He'll throw it early. He'll throw it often. If he has the good split, these hitters are in for a long night.
Here's Eric Sogard. He will lead this one off today. And we are underway from
first pitch, 1 o'clock.
Now from the home of the Rays, Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida. Today we've got a contest out of the American League East between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. Charlie Morton gets the ball for the Rays in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, 11. He'll be in pretty good shape.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Afternoon baseball on the show as you get a look there inside Rogers Center in Toronto. Ought to be a good one here between the Chicago White Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Number 57, a right-hander from the Keystone State, gets the ball as the starter in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Pitch, 1 o'clock.
From the south side of Chicago, welcome to the home of the White Sox, Guaranteed Rate Field. Today, a showdown out of the American League Central between the Cleveland Indians and the Chicago White Sox. White Sox baseball is next. Coming to the plate now, Francisco Lindor. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The shortstop.
First delivery to him on the way.
Lindor.
A little late on the fastball here as this is bounced foul just off to the left, strike one.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Now from downtown Cleveland, MLB The Show has baseball from Progressive Field. Today, it's an American League Central Division matchup between the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Indians. It's baseball, it's The Show, and it comes your way next. Shane Bieber is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Cleveland. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Into the box now, Victor Reyes. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Detroit, the left fielder, Victor
Here comes
Reyes.
The first pitch. And we get things started here with a check swing, but he holds up in time, ball one.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Now the 1-0. And now this misses as well as he's behind the leadoff man. Just over the river from Windsor, Ontario, we're in downtown Detroit at lovely Comerica Park. Today, a showdown out of the American League Central between the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers. Major League Baseball on the show is next. Matthew Boyd, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, it just goes to show you how tough it is to pitch in today's game.
This
guy has a career ERA over 5. At times he can be good, and at times he can be really, really bad. It'll be interesting to see which guy shows up in this one here today.
Whit Merrifield is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself. Just off I-70 on the east side of town, we're at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Today, it's an American League Central Division matchup between the Minnesota Twins and the Kansas City Royals. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Danny Duffy gets the ball for the Royals in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, thanks, Matt. And Danny Duffy, you're looking at a small stick of dynamite here. Not a real big guy, about 6 foot, 185 pounds, but good life on his fastball. Sneaky quick, 94 to 96. Good hard slider, a true slider. His changeup is getting better. You'll know if Danny Duffy's on early because he's a swing and miss left-handed strikeout type pitcher.
Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the recovery's a quick one as he gets his man at first. Good composure that time to record the first out of the inning. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt.
Outdoor baseball now from the Warehouse District and Target Field here in downtown Minneapolis. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Minnesota Twins. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Jose Barrios gets the ball for the Twins in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, thanks coming on. Jose Barrios, and this guy has all the tools to be a great one. Great velocity with life, 94 to 97 miles an hour. Power slider, and it's a big sweeper. His changeup is getting better. If this guy brings all three pitches one of these days, he has the potential to throw a no-hitter.
Settling in now, David Fletcher, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. And our first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one, and we're underway in Minneapolis.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Just off the Orange Freeway, we're here live from Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Today, a matchup out of the American League Western Division between the Oakland A's and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Angels baseball comes your way next. Andrew Heaney is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Angels. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Leading off
Andrew Heaney, I love this guy from the left side. Not afraid to throw strikes. Like a lot of lefties, inconsistency with the strike zone is the major problem. But if he's getting his breaking stuff over, look out. He can shut just about anybody.
Pitch, 1 o'clock.
It's time for baseball in the Bay
And now,
Area as we welcome you to the Oakland Coliseum. Today, a matchup out of the American League Western Division between the Seattle Mariners and the Oakland A's. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. Mike Fiers gets the ball for Oakland in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Malik Smith the next to hit. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Seattle, the right fielder, Malik Smith.
And the pitch. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Chapman has it, and it's a quick out, number 1. A moment now to give you a look at the Mariners starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, I love what Kyle Seager brings to the table for this team. This is a pitcher he's had some good success against in his career. He's hitting over 350.
A fine afternoon to enjoy our national pastime at Seattle's T-Mobile Park. Today, a contest from the AL West between the Texas Rangers and the Seattle Mariners. Mariners baseball starts right now. Marco Gonzalez gets the starting nod for the M's. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime.
Pitch, 1 o'clock.
It's time now for baseball from the great state of Texas and Globe Life Park. Today, a matchup out of the American League Western Division between the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. It's Rangers baseball, and it comes your way next. Mike Minor, a southpaw from Tennessee, is the man on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Coming to the plate now, George Springer. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For Houston, the right fielder, George Springer.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And we're underway as the first pitch is a check swing, but a called strike, 0-1.
First. Pitch, 1 o'clock.
From Southeast Texas, we welcome you inside Minute Maid Park here in downtown Houston. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Atlanta Braves and the Houston Astros. It's a battle of top-tier pitchers next on the show. Justin Verlander, a Virginia-born right-hander, gets the ball to start this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're taking a look at one of the top pitchers in the game. This guy has over 200 career victories, and he'd like to add another one to this list. This guy's been a really good pitcher for a long time, and right now he's showing no signs of slowing down. It'll be interesting to watch him work in this one here.
And the first pitch of the afternoon misses.
Pitch, 1 o'clock.
Now from SunTrust Park, we're just
And
about
now,
set for baseball
your
from Cobb County, Georgia.
2019
Today we've got a contest
Atlanta
out of the National League East
Braves.
between the Miami Marlins and the Atlanta Braves. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Mike Soroka, the right-hander from Canada, will be the starting pitcher. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it's hard to have
Leading
all
off the
four of your
afternoon
pitches
for
on.
Miami,
But I think if this
the
guy can
shortstop,
have 2 or 3 of his 4
Miguel
pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Today, a matchup of NL East rivals between the Washington Nationals and the Miami Marlins. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Caleb Smith, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, one thing to look out for him, Matt, is if he can avoid the big inning. It's not that big of a deal to give up a run here or there, but sometimes he can be prone to giving up 3 or 4 in an inning, and that kind of derails the whole start when that happens. Limit the damage, and he'll be just fine.
And look out. Boy, an auspicious way to begin our ball game here this afternoon.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Time now for baseball on the show. We're live at Nationals Park here in Washington, D.C. Today, we've got a contest out of the National League East between the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. It's DeGrom and Scherzer, and it's next on the show. Max Scherzer, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Max Scherzer. Hello, Chief. It's Max, and it's not Agent 99. This is one of the best pitchers in the game of baseball. Upper to mid-90s fastball, powerhouse slider, and a great changeup. If he brings his A game, it's lights out for the opposing team.
And the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for both.
Pitch, 1 o'clock.
From the borough of Queens, we're at the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Today, a matchup of NL East rivals between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Jacob DeGrom, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Jacob DeGrom is just a solid pitcher. He's not overpowering in any sense with any of his three pitches. Good sinking fastball, 93 to 96, great slider, and a really good changeup. What makes him so good, he'll throw all three of his pitches at any time.
At the plate, Corey Dickerson. He will lead this one off today. Ball one to start the at-bat.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Live from Philadelphia, all set for baseball from the home of the Phillies, Citizens Bank Park. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies baseball starts right now. Aaron Nola gets the starting assignment for the Phillies. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, when you look up the word dependability in the dictionary, that's what this guy, you'll find a picture of this guy. Career ERA just under 3.5, and that's saying quite a lot in the high-scoring games that we see in baseball going on right now. Real solid pitcher, controls the running game, controls the strike zone, and more importantly, he knows how to get deep into the 6th, 7th, and 8th.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
We are set to bring you baseball from one of the crown jewels of the sport, venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, it's an NL Central Division matchup between the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. It's Cubs baseball. Next on the show. John Lester is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this ought to be fun to watch in this one here today. A guy with over 2,000 career strikeouts. Think about it. He knows how to get swings and misses, and he knows how to paint the corners. Hopefully, he'll bring some of that in this one here, and he should be fun to watch.
That'll bring in Phillip Ervin, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The left fielder, Phillip Ervin.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Pitch, 1 o'clock.
Live from the banks of the Ohio, we welcome you to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Today, we'll see a contest from the National League Central between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Cincinnati Reds. It's Reds baseball next on the show. Luis Castillo is on the mound for the Reds in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Big arm. This is a guy that when he learns to control the strike zone, particularly with this off-speed pitches, has a chance to improve in a short amount of time. Mid to high 90s fastball with a lot of movement. His breaking pitches need some refining, but if he takes that next step and starts to get that breaking stuff over, look out. This guy could get better really fast.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. He will lead this one off today. And our first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one as we are underway here in Cincy.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
First opened in 2001. We're at Miller Park in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Today, it's an NL Central Division matchup between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers. It's Brewers baseball next on the show. Chase Anderson, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Stepping into the box, Kevin Newman. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
from one of the best ballparks you'll find in
And
the
now,
sport, PNC
your
Park in Pittsburgh.
2019
Today, we'll see a contest from the National League
Pirates.
Central between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Stay tuned for Pirates baseball next. Joe Musgrove, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Joe Musgrove, a strike-throwing machine, not known for throwing a lot of strikeouts. 4-pitch mix, Matt. Fastball, slider, curveball, and changeup. He needs all four.
Leading
He doesn't
off
have
the afternoon
any
for
one
St.
pitch
Louis,
that sticks out that's a
the right
dominant
fielder,
pitch, so he needs
Dexter
all of his pitches. The key
Fowler.
for Joe is throwing strikes early on in the count.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. Lifetime numbers against Joe Musgrove.
First pitch. Pitch, 1 o'clock.
Just to the west of the mighty Mississippi, we're at the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Ought to be a good one here between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the St. Louis Cardinals. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Jack Flaherty is on the mound for the Cardinals. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Trying to bunt his way on to open the ball game, but he misses it for strike one.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Now from Chase Field in the capital city of Phoenix, Arizona, MLB The Show is on the air. Today, a contest from the NL West division between the Colorado Rockies and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Robbie Ray will be the one towing the rubber for the Diamondbacks. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Robbie Ray is quietly developing into one of the top left-handed pitchers in the game of baseball. Unfortunately, he gets lost in the shadow because of guys like Clayton Kershaw and Rich Hill. Big arm from Robbie Ray. Not a real big guy, but 95 to 97, good hard slider. His changeup has gotten better, and you'll know if he's on early because you'll see lots of swings and misses. This guy can rack up the strikeouts.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
First pitch. One o'clock.
It's a beautiful day here in the Mile High City as we welcome you to Coors Field. Today, a matchup out of the National League West between the LA Dodgers and the Colorado Rockies. Who's going to win this showdown between these two? Find out next. Number 23, the California-born right-hander is on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft.
Leading
you
off
can go in and out.
And
anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
And the first pitch of the afternoon misses as we get underway here.
Pitch, 1 o'clock.
And a welcome inside Dodger Stadium here in Los Angeles. Today, a contest from the NL West Division between the San Diego Padres and the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's Dodger baseball on the show, and it comes your way next. Clayton Kershaw, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, Clayton Kershaw, he just breathes different air than everybody else. The best pitcher in the game of baseball. Good fastball, good changeup, good cutter, and a terrific curveball. When you think about the Cy Young Award, he's always in the mix. He's good, he's strong, he's left-handed, and he's quite simply one of the greatest pitchers of all time.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Afternoon baseball coming your way on the show from Petco Park in downtown San Diego. Today, a matchup out of the National League West between the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Number 59, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Now batting, number 5. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
The right fielder.
Down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
A truly gorgeous afternoon for baseball
And
now
now,
from sunny
your
Oracle Park in San Francisco.
2019
Today we've got a good
San
matchup ahead
Francisco
between the
Giants.
Baltimore Orioles and the San Francisco Giants. Giants baseball is next on the show. Madison Bumgarner, a lefty from North Carolina, against the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're getting a look at a real competitive pitcher here. Career ERA in the low threes, and that's not an easy thing to do in the day and age of small ballparks and guys swinging for the fences. Rock solid pitcher, does a lot of things well, and it'll be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
Leading off the afternoon
Stepping
for
in,
Baltimore,
Jonathan Villar.
the shortstop.
And we are ready for some
Jonathan
daytime baseball.
VR. First pitch. 1 o'clock.
Now from downtown Cleveland, MLB Network brings you baseball from Progressive Field. A good matchup here for you tonight between the National League All-Stars and the American League All-Stars. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matty, this lineup's going to have to find a way to score early. Get this pitcher uncomfortable, stay on the attack, get into the bullpen. That's the name of the game. They let this guy settle in, he'll breeze through 7 strong.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, the American League All-Stars.
Briefly now, we'll look at the 2 men named by their managers to get the ball here to begin this All-Star game. Justin Verlander, a Virginia-born right-hander, gets the ball to start this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're taking a look at one of the top pitchers in the game. This guy has over 200 career victories, and he'd like to add another one to this list. This guy's been a really good pitcher for a long time, and right now he's showing no signs of slowing down. It'll be interesting to watch him work in this one here.
All right, let's check out the American League All-Stars on defense. And let's take a look at first baseman Carlos Santana. Originally came up from the minors as a catcher. Also has dabbled at DH. But don't get it twisted. This guy can handle first base as well with soft hands and big-time power at the plate.
Stepping up now, Christian Yelich. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
League All-Stars, the left fielder, number 22.
Zach.